back down on the ground in our all fours position. To review, my shoulders are over my wrists, my hips are over my knees, toes are in, heels are away. Now let's get back down here and let's just re-solidify the feet before we start. Remember that my eyes are forward. I'm going to keep the foot pushing into the ground, and now let's work back into that rocker position. Remember, my hands can kind of micro adjust to help me find comfort. My back pocket works to my heels. I work within the range that I'm comfortable. My feet don't move as I return back to my starting spot. So I'm going to work through this rocker range. I'm going to go at the pace that's comfortable for me, and I'm going to keep a couple things consistent. One is obviously the foot. Big toes touch, heels away. Actively push the foot into the ground throughout the whole rep. Two, my eyes are up, my tail is up, my back is flat as my back pocket gets closer to my heel. My back can curve a little bit as I return to the all fours position. But from a simplicity standpoint, focus on your feet, focus on your eyes. So my eyes are forward, my toes are in, my heels are away, and my feet are pushing into the ground. When I lock those two things in, everything in between starts to fall into place. Keep that rocker motion going, work within your range that you're comfortable, and start to look for those tight spots. If I find a tight spot, I sit, I hold, maybe I add a little bit of a rocking motion around that restricted range. One more time, push back, back pockets to heels. If you can keep inching your hands back, can you move your hands to the thigh bones? Can you get the pressure out of the hands? That's where we're going with this thing. Come back, go back to the all fours starting point. Now let's frame that single side again. One hand outside, one hand inside. I bring one leg behind the other. I create that straight line. Nose over kneecap, back leg hiding behind the front. Remember, there's a bit of a Goldilocks zone with your hands, so find it. Keep the biceps close to the ribs. Keep the middle finger pointing straight. Now let's engage that front foot. Push that front foot into the ground. We lift the back knee. Now let's lift the back foot. Front foot pushes down, and I bend the front knee. I keep the back leg off the ground the whole time. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to reach back further and further. And I'm really just bending this knee, but I'm looking for more and more access, more and more range, more and more stress in this back pocket, lower back area. So I'm going to add a little bit of a rock. I'm going to come back to almost an all fours position, not the full way, but I'm just going to rock back and forth. Remember, the back leg doesn't touch. So it's in the air. You don't have to hold it at a certain height. Just make sure that the toes are in and the heels are away. That leg is turned inward. And I'm doing small rocking reps in this range. Now let's rock forward and let's add the crawl. So I'm going to rock forward. I'm going to take my outside hand and my back leg, and they're going to travel together. I'm going to set the hand down, touch the knee to the forearm. Retrace back. Now I'm back in my rocker position. Rock back, stretch back like you're loading a catapult. Drive your front foot into the ground, outside hand, back leg, hand touches, knee touches the forearm. Now let's add some reps. Reach back, add a few pulsing rocks, and then crawl forward, hand touches, knee touches. As you are touching the knee and the hand, your back foot is pushing into the ground. Hold that push in the back foot. Now it becomes the front foot. Reach back, test your range, try to get a little further, slingshot forward, hand touches, knee touches. Trace back. Now let's start to build a little bit of a pace. You should be feeling a little bit of a burn in the hip, and we're gonna go here for reps. Keep everything controlled. Head's in the column, foot stays anchored down all the way through. Let's do 3 more. Reach back, get your furthest range, reach forward. Touch that knee. 2 more. Reach back, a little bit of a pulse. Anchor that foot. Reach forward, touch the knee. Last one. Reach back, anchor that foot, nose over toes, or nose over kneecap, eyes are forward. Come forward, hand, kneecap. Now let's stand up into a half kneeling position from there. So I just took my back leg and I brought it forward. This will give you a chance to kind of catch your breath. And now we're going to try to, we've just been loading the back hip. Let's stretch the front pocket. So we load the back pocket, stretch the front pocket. This is our half kneeling stretch. Now, each person will be a little bit different. I'm going to need to create some space between my heel and my knee. enough that I can straighten this back leg, push that foot into the ground, same foot foundation, and I'm going to straighten the back leg, but lead with the crown of my head. So from a side view, tail stays behind the crown, foot stays anchored. Now we add a little bit of rotary action here. Hands are light, so I'm not gonna slouch. Hands are light, nose goes over the front foot, second toe, kneecap points out. So second toe is straight, kneecap points out, heel is up off the ground. I'm pushing this ball of the foot, I'm pushing this ball of the foot into the ground. I'm working forward, but I'm letting the body turn. So working forward, straightening the back leg, looking for a stretch in this pocket area. All the way up through here is the focus right now. So little micro movements, a little bit of a wiggle here or there is okay, but largely we're trying to feed pressure into this front leg bow. Hold in there, press that foot down. Few more counts with this stretch. Eyes are forward, nose over second toe, chest points. 1 1,000, 2 1,000. Let's go back into our all fours position. Let's reset here. Toes in, heels away. Push that foot into the ground. Now we're going to rock back. Hit that child rocker, find that full range. Maybe you got a little more access this time. Now let's flip the feet. Remember, rock to our shoulders. Tippy toes are gonna touch the mat. I'm gonna roll those toes down like I'm rolling down a strip of tape. I'm gonna keep my heel bone straight the whole time. I'm doing more of a kind of ballistic rock. I'm just gonna have small little rocks. I'm trying to stretch the bottom of the foot here. And so I'm gonna add my hands. I'm gonna push the mat away from me. I'm gonna keep my back nice and flat. Don't let it get rounded. Keep your eyes forward and stretch those feet. 2 more counts, 1 1,000, 2 1,000. Flip back into upside down. Toes in, heels away, push the foot. Back pockets to heels. Return to hip over knee. Trace again, push the foot, back pockets to heels, hips over knees. Now let's frame the other side. Let's work that column. Nose over kneecap, hand outside, hand inside, stagger, biceps close to the ribs, middle fingers pointing straight. Hide that leg behind the front. Create my straight line. Nose over kneecap, back leg hiding behind the front leg. I push down through my front foot. I lift up my back knee, then I lift up my back foot. Don't have to be in any particular height, but make sure that I'm turning that back leg in. I'm feeding the turn towards that front leg. Now we're gonna start to single leg rock, just like we did over on the other side. I'm testing how much range I can create. I'm really bending this knee here, and I have no pressure in the back leg. So everything in this front thigh feels like it's working really hard right now. You might feel a little more dense pressure in your back pocket or your lower back, but the whole hip is getting good work. So you're liable to feel this whole column light up. Remind myself, push that foot into the ground. Now we're just rocking back and forth. We're kind of getting things warmed up on this side. I've got my foot right where I want it, nice and engaged, toes in, heels away. Let's take the outside hand and the back leg. And now let's keep that rock going. Go forward, touch the hand, touch the kneecap to the forearm. Let's retrace back. Add a couple pulsing rocks. So get back there, almost grab a little momentum, like you're gonna slingshot forward, rock forward, hand touches, knee touches. Foot stays anchored the whole time, retrace. Let's go back, hold that position. Maybe you're getting a little bit further, adding a couple more rocks. I know the hip's burning, hang in there, drive the foot, keep driving the foot, keep driving the foot. Touch the hand, touch the knee, retrace. Let's go a few more here. You got this. Nose over kneecap, push the foot, couple small pulses, crawl forward, kneecap touches, we retrace. Let's go 3 more. Forward, touch, hold that foot, retrace. 2 more, you got it. Push your foot, couple rocks, rock forward, touch, retrace back. 1 more, rock forward, touch, relax, bring that back leg up. You're in your half kneeling position. Now we can catch our breath, recalibrate a little bit, find that position, okay? So my feet are straight in the front foot, back foot's toes in, heels away, push that foot into the ground. Remember, the goal is to straighten the back leg. So you're gonna need to kind of inch this leg forward as you go. Find your Goldilocks zone. It'll take a little time on each side. Once you got it, you'll kind of find it, and you'll know at that point going forward, but it's about a 90-degree angle here. Remember, I'm adding that rotary action. Hands are light, back foot's driving, back leg straightening, but I'm not going linear. I'm gonna go forward and then take a turn. So I'm turning towards that front side. You got your mat, you got your bars right here, foot straight on the dotted line, kneecap out on the white line. Find that position, heel is light. Balls of the feet press down, hips go forward, but the crown leads them. Then I add a little bit of a rotary turn, and I hold that stretch, and I should feel it down that front pocket area. Load the back pocket, load the back pocket. Then we're gonna go ahead and stretch that front pocket. Give me 3 more counts here. Sweat's going, hang in there. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. Let's go back into the all fours position, toes in, heels away. Push those feet down, back pockets to heels. Retrace back up. Go to your tippy toes. Roll the feet down like tape. Heel bones are straight. Tuck, push. Get the stretch on the underside of the foot. Rock back forward. Hips over knees, flip the feet, toes in, heels away. Quickly, big toes touch, heels away, push them down. Find that foot a little bit quicker each time. Back pockets to heels. One more time, rock forward. Hips over knees, tuck the toes, get to the tips of your toes. Find that big toe and start to roll those feet down like tape. Get the heel bone nice and straight. Remember, I'm feeling that stretch more on the big toe. A little bit of a ballistic rock here, just kind of bouncing, trying to stretch the bottom of the foot. 3, 2, 1. Rock back out of it, flip the feet, toes in, heels away, relax back into the Seiza position. Nice work. That was one round of Groundwork 102. Now, if this is your first time working from Groundwork 101, just stay here for a round. If you're coming back to this video, you can start to add rounds, 2, 3, work your way up to 5. But that's really good work. This is gonna be a big focus. You're seeing the ideas start to come together. If you wanna go back and watch this again, go ahead and hit repeat, but see those constants. Toes in, heels away, pushing the feet, and we're working that double leg, we're working that single leg, we're building from Groundwork 101. Really good job. Appreciate you tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one.